used for creation of your heap using a scratch data using the given array. Okay, so these are the three lines. Now we have to execute an example. Let the array is let the array is 4 1 4 1 3 2 4 1 3 2 and 16 9 10 14 10 14 10 14 8 and 7. Let this is your unsorted array A. Okay, you have to construct a heap from this array using this array. So heap is a complete binary tree. Heap is a complete binary tree. That's why first of all you have to draw the tree structure. So this is index 1. Let this is 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and this is final one 10. So total 10 elements are there. So first one, as this is the complete binary tree, so first of all write down 4. Next you have to fill the left one. So left one is 1. Next one, right one. So right one is 3. Okay, is it clear? This is
Yes, sir.
2. As this is the complete binary tree, this will be
Yes,
this will
sir.
be 16. This will be 16 and this will be your 9 and this is 10. This is 10 from 2. What should
14.
I write? 14. 14. Next one
8.
is 8. Next one is 8 and then this is
7.
7. So this is your complete binary tree. Okay, is it a heap?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Is it a heap?
Yes, sir.
Shodashi, is it a heap?
No, like if we give that heapify function, then we can turn it into heap. Right now, it's just a complete binary tree.
Yes. So it is not a heap. It is just a complete binary tree. Heap means its parent should be greater for max heap, its parent should be greater than its child. For mean heap, parent should be less than equals to its child. 7, this is your 8, this is 9 and this is 10 index number. Okay. Now you have to call the so a dot length. So a dot length here, a dot length is 10 and a dot heap size. So a dot heap size is also 10. Okay, so the heap size is 10. Okay. Now I is equal to a dot length by 2 its floor value down to 1. So a dot length divided by 2 its floor value. So what is the value? Its floor value. So a dot length, so 10 divided by 10 divided by 2. So running from 5. So it is a decremented loop. So it starts from index number 5. So index number 5 means from this one. From this one and down to 1. And down to 1 means you have to go upward. So down to 1, from 5 to 1, index number 1. Every time you have to call the max heapify function. What is max heapify function? What is the objective of max heapify function? Max heapify function, every time it will check the heap property. Okay, it will check the heap property. If it violates the heap property, then it restructure your tree. Is it clear? Then,
Yes, sir.
so at I is equal to 5, so at I is equal to 5, your maxify, you have to call the maxify of A5. Okay, so maxify of A5, that is 16. So 16, so at this particular moment 16 is placed in its proper position. If we take 16 and 7, 16 is greater than its left child, right child. Okay, so 16 is placed in its correct position. Next, decrement the value of I by 1. So your next I value is 4. So your next I value is 4. Okay. Now, here the tree structure is, 2, 14 and 8. Is it a heap? 2, 14 and 8?
No, sir.
So it is not a heap. You have to create the heap structure again. So 4, then from 4, this is 1, this is 3, and so this is not a heap. 2, 14 and 8, this is not a heap. You have to call the heapify function. So for heapify function, max heapify A and 4. At the next iteration, you have to call, the max heapify A of 4. Max heapify A of 4. So max heapify A of 4, after execution of max heapify function, you will get 14, and this will be your 2, and this is your 8. Okay, from this will be 16, and this will be 7. Is there any queries? Please clarify if you have any doubts.
No, sir. Clear.
Okay, next, your I value. What will be your next I value? I value is decremented by 1, so 3. I value is decremented by 1, so 3. So now you have to consider this subtree. Is it a heap? No, it is not a heap. So you have to replace this. So 3 will be replaced by the highest child. So by 10. So this will be 10. This will be your 10. And this will be 3. Okay. Next, decrement the I value by 1. So this will be 2. Okay. Now, is it a heap?
No, sir.
So you have to replace. So now we have to call, the max heapify of your array and index number. Here the index number is 2. So max heapify A2. So max heapify A2. So it will produce the max heapify. So 1. So it will first check. Here your 1 is checked with 14 and 16. So which one is greater? As this is the max heap, so 1 is replaced with 16. So this will be 1 and this will be 16. Okay. So this will be your 16 and this is your 1. Okay. Again, you have to check this 1 with 7. As this is the max if, so 7 now becomes the root of 1. So this will be your 7 and this will be your 1. 7 and 1. Okay. Now it is a max if. Is it clear? At the next iteration, you have to consider the I is equal to 1. So at I is equal to 1, 4, and the child are 16 and 10. The max one is 16. So replace 4 by 16. So replace this 4 by 16. So this will be your 16 and this will be your 4. Okay. Again, you have to check 4 with 14 and 7. 14 and 7. So you have to replace, this will be your 4 and this will be your 14. So 14 and 4. Now 4, is it a heap? 4 to, it is a recursive calling. Okay. So is it a heap? No, it is not, because 4, 2 and 8. So 8 is replaced by 4. So 8 is replaced by 4. So this will be 8 and this will be 4. So the final heap structure. So the final heap structure will be 16 from 16. This is 16. From 16 we are getting 14. 14 and this will be your 10. 14, 10. This is 8 and this is 7. 14, 7. This is 9, 3. 9 and this is the 3. From 8 we are getting 2 and 4. 2 or 4 and this will be 1. Okay. So this is the heap structure. So this is the heap structure, and from the given array, using the max cp5 function, we can construct the build heap procedure. Any queries?
No, sir.
Okay. Now heap sort.
No, sir.
Heap sort procedure. So heap sort procedure, inside heap sort procedure, first line is you have to create the heap from the given array. Okay. So for creation of the heap, build maxif. Build maxif procedure A. So from the given array, we have to create the heap using this build maxif function. Next line, for I is equal to a dot length down to 2. A dot length down to 2. First of all, exchange a of 1 and I. A of 1 with a of I. Okay, exchange. Next, decrement the heap size by 1. Okay, so a dot heap size minus 1, decrement, and then call the max cp5. Then call the max cp5 function a1. So this is the heap sort algorithm, total heap sort algorithm. So this is the given array. Okay. it is a unsorted array. Let this is given. The first part is you have to construct the tree using this array. Up to this, do you have any queries? Up to line number 1, you are given an unsorted array. You have to create the heap. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, for I is equal to for I is equal to a dot length down to 2, index number 2. So here the index, what are the index? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one is the 10. So what is the one additional get question? What is the complexity for finding the maximum element from the max if? Do you have any idea what is the complexity for finding the maximum element, largest element?
Sir, in case of heap, it will be 1 because
Yes,
the root
because
is the
because the
maximum.
root one is getting in constant time. For max if this is constant. For max if the root is the maximum number. Okay. Now a dot length for I is equal to a dot length down to 2, exchange ai with a1 and then decrement the heap size by 1 and then maxify a1. This one is the index number. Okay. So first of all, now according to the rule, first exchange a1 with ai. So ai for I value is, what will be the value of I initially?
So initially, the value of I will be the size
10.
of I.
So I runs from, it is a decremented loop, I runs from 10 to 2. So it will be 2, sorry, it will be 10. I value is 10. Now exchange this A10 with A1. Okay, exchange. So after exchanging, we get this will be 1. Okay, 1 and next this is your 14. This is 10. Okay, from 14 this will be 8, 7, 8, 7, and this is your 2. This is 4. From 10 we get 9 and 3, 9 and 3. Okay, and from 7 we get, we exchange 1 with 16. So from 7 we get 16. Okay, so this is up to line number 3. Now decrement the heap size by 1. So decrement the heap size by 1 means break this connection, and 16 is a isolated, 16 becomes the isolated node. Okay, so the largest element now is at the last position. Okay, now call the maxify a1. So what is maxify a1? This is position number 1. What is maxify a1? Anyone? max cpy 1, this means you have to place this place the element at index number 1 to its proper position. Max cpy function always maintain the heap property. So if you call the max cpy a1, then the element at index number 1, the algorithm will check whether it is a heap or not. No, it is not a heap because 1 is less than is equal to 14 and 10. So you have to replace. So you have to replace, this will be 14. Next, this is your 10. This is 9. This is 3, 9, 3. And this will be 1. 14 is exchanged with 1. Now 1, it has 2. If it is 1, then this will be 8 and 7. 8 and 7. So from 8 we get 2 and 4. Okay. Now we have to exchange this 8 with 1. This 8 with 1. So this will be your 8 and this is your 1. Again, 1 is max cpy of this substructure. So 1 is replaced with 4. 1 is replaced with 4. So this will be 4 and this will be 1. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
If you have any queries, please clarify. Do you have any doubts?
Sir, can you explain this one more time?
So initially from the scratch data from the given array, this is the unsorted array. From this unsorted array, we can construct this particular structure, okay, heap structure using the build max heap algorithm. Next one is that starting from the last index to the first index, that is from a dot length to the first index, that is up to index number 2, you have to recursively call some procedures. First one is that exchange the last element with the first element, so that as this is the max heap, so root is the max one, so the last element stores at the last index of the array. We are trying to sort the unsorted array. So if we design the array, then it looks like 16, as is the complete binary tree, 16 14 16 14 10 16 14 10, then 8 7 8 7 8 7 9 3 9 3, and then 2 4 1 2 4 1. Is it a sorted array? It is not a sorted array. So you have to sort the array using heap sort. So the last element is exchanged with first element. So 16 now is at this last position. Okay. And then break the connection from the parent to the 16. How? Because at line number 4, decrease the size. Heap size is equal to heap size minus 1. Is it clear? Heap size is equal to heap size minus 1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then you have to call, so your new structure is not a heap because the smallest element, because the element other than the max one is now at the root. So you have to restructure your tree using the max cpy a and the first index position. First index position is 1, so max cpy a1. So after the max cpy function, you will get this tree structure. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So 16 is there, but it is a dangling one. Now again, so these three lines are executed. Now for I is equal to a dot length. So now new a dot length is 9. New a dot length is 9. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So new a dot length is 9. So starting from the a dot length down to 2, you have to again call the three lines. So exchange a1 with ai. Now a1 with ai replace. So what should I write? A1 with ai. Anyone?
So 14 will be replaced with 1.
So 14 will be replaced with 1. So 14, this will be your 1, this will be 1, and this will be 14. Okay. Next line, decrease the heap size. So decrease the heap size means just
Will be dangling.
14 will be dangling. So 14 and 16 are placed in its proper position after sorting. Okay, largest element is 16, second largest element is 14. Okay, now next you have to call the max cpify a1. So after max cpify a1, after max cpify a1, what is the tree structure? Could you please tell me what is the tree structure, heap structure after
Sir,
calling?
sir, 10 will be the root.
So 10 will be the root, and right of 10 is 1, left of 10 is 8. Okay, so left of 8 is 4, and this is 7, this is 7, and as the heap size is decreased, so 4 left of 4 is 2, and 1 is 9 and 3. Now according to maxify function, so again this one is replaced with which one? 9. This is 9 and this is 1. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is 14 dangling and 16 dangling. 14 and 16. Now I is I starting from 8 down to 2. Exchange A1 with AI. So now we have to exchange
2 and 10 will be exchanged.
2 and 10. So 2, this will be 8, this will be 9. Okay, so this is your 4, 7, 1, 3. This is your 10, 10, 14, 16. Now decrease the heap size by 1. So decrease the heap size by 1. So delete this one. So this is 10 dangling, 14 and 16. Okay. Now now you have to call the max cpify a1 at position 1. So after max cpify function, 2 is replaced with 9. 2 is replaced with 9. So write down 9 and this will be 2. Again 2 is replaced with the 1 and 3. So it is replaced with 3. So it is replaced with 3. So this is your 3 and this is your 2. Okay. So after successive computations, you will get the final tree structure in this form. So after successive iterations, one and then two, then three, okay, one, two, three, and then this will be your four, this will be your four, and seven, four, seven, eight, nine, eight, nine, four, seven, eight, nine, and this is 10, 14, 10, 14, and 16. Now, as this is the as this is the complete binary tree, as this is the complete binary tree, so just write down in this way. So one, next one is two, three, four, seven, eight, nine, 10, and then 14 and 16. So this is the heap sort. Any queries? The computation related, any
No,
queries?
sir.
No, sir.
So
No, sir.
first of all you have to uh, clarify, you have to write down about the maxcpy function. Next, build maxcp function. So this is maxcpy function. Maxcpy function, it is used for maintaining the heap property, okay, and its complexity is order of LGN. Maxcpy, the complexity is order of LGN, and for build maxcp the complexity is order of N, okay, and for heap sort, the complexity is, so for heap sort, complexity for build maxcp, and for max heapify, AI. So for maxcpy, the complexity is order of LGN. Okay. For build maxcp, it is order of, actually it is asymptotically tight bound, most suitable one. For heap sort, it will be order of NLGN. NLGN. Why NLGN? Why NLGN?
Sir,
Any idea?
because we are calling LGN n times.
So for this line, your complexity is order of N. For this line, this complexity is N, and exchange. So for exchanging, the complexity is order of 1. For decrementing, again the complexity is 1, but for this one the complexity is LGN. So n times LGN, that's why in LGN, heap sort. Is it clear, the heap sort algorithm complexity? Why this
Yes,
is
sir.
in LGN? Okay. For max heapify, for max heapify, uh, it is LGN. Why? This is LGN. Is it clear to you? The maxcpy function actually, it takes order of 1 time to establish a relationship between the parent, its left child, and the right child. Okay. And the worst case occurs when the bottom level of the tree is exactly half full. Okay. So there are total 3 nodes. There will be total 3 nodes. Out of 3 nodes, 2 nodes will be there. Only the root and only the left child. Right child is absent. So what is the subproblem size? We have discussed it yesterday. So what is the subproblem size? Subproblem size will be 2n by 3. Okay. Out of 3 nodes, parent, left, right, for the worst case, the bottom level, the leaf level is half full. Half full means out of 2, this will be 1. Out of left and right, only left child is present, as this is the complete binary tree. We have to complete the tree from the left to right. So left one is will be there. So that's why out of total 3 nodes, there will be total 2 nodes. Okay. So the recurrence relation, is this. This is the toll function. This toll function, it helps it helps to establish a relationship between the parent left right order of 1, and out of 3 nodes, 2 nodes will be present in case of worst case, that is the ATN by B. Okay, so using the master theorem, the complexity is order of LGN, log 2 base n. Is it clear? The max, why the
Yes,
max
sir.
why the complexity of max CP5 is order of log n. Now build maxi. For build maxi is, so this is the build maxi function. So for line numbers 2, this is order of n, and inside the for loop, this will be order of log n. So it looks like order of n log n, but this is a upper bound. N log n is greater than your n. So n log n is upper bound. We can also say that the complexity is order of n square, order of n cube. This is the upper bound. Okay, but this is not suitable. This is not tight bound. So the tight upper bound, most suitable one is order of n. Okay, not order of n log n, which is the upper bound, but this is not asymptotically tight. It is not asymptotically tight. Now there will be total 2 theorems. First theorem is that, this is your homework. First theorem is that you have to find out this theorem, prove this theorem. In an n element heap, the height is h is equal to floor of LGN. This is the first theorem. And the second theorem is that at most ceiling of n by 2 to the power h plus 1 number of nodes of any heap of height h, any heap of height h. So based upon these 2 theorems, we have to we have to calculate the build massif, its complexity. Okay, can we construct the heap complexity order of n, or should I explain?
No, maybe you can explain.
Max CP5 is clear. Complexity of max CP5.
Yes, sir.
So it is order of log n. Heap short is order of n log n, but we have to derive the complexity of max heap build max heap, that is order of n. But this is your homework theorem. You have to prove these 2 theorems in an n element heap of height h. Height h is equal to floor of LGN, and at most ceiling number of ceiling n by 2 to the power h plus 1 number of nodes of any heap of height h. Okay. Okay. Now we have to explain the complexities. So first of all, so first of all, the time required. Hmm, what is this? Okay. So proof the order of n. Why order? Please look it carefully. The time the time required by max CP5, the time required by max CP5 when called on a node of height h is order of কি হবে বলো তো? Max CP5, the complexity is order of LGN. Max CP5 complexity is order of LGN. And the theorem, in an n element heap, the height is h is equal to floor of LGN. So this will be order of h. Okay. The time required by, so the time complexity of max CP5 function is, we know that, order of log n, and the height is floor of log n. So when called on a node of height h, it is order of h. And uh, build maxif. So for build maxif, we can say that for build maxif, we can say that. So what is the height? What is the what is the height? Order of build maxif. So in build maxif means it is used for creation your heap tree from the given array. This is the build maxif. So build maxif use the max CP5 function. Now max CP5 complexity is order of log n. So order of log n means height is equal to, we know that in case of n element heap, the height is floor of log n. Okay. So build maxif means total number of nodes at height. So we can say that total number of nodes at height h into sign is into the max CP5, the max CP5 function at height h. Please ask me if you have any doubts. So build, this is the build max heap. So build max heap is equal to, actually build max heap is used for creation your heap tree from the array. So if the height is h is log n, we know that according to the theorem, total number of nodes at height h into the max CP5 function at height h. So this is equals to, we can write max CP5 function order of h, and at height h, at most ceiling of n by 2 to the power h plus 1 number of nodes will be there. So n by 2 to the power h plus 1, 2 to the power h plus 1, 2 to the power h plus 1, its ceiling value. So its ceiling value. Okay. And your h, it is a summation, and your h, it runs from 0, and its maximum value is it is already given from theorem number 1. This is this is the floor of LGL. So this is the complexity. Any doubts regarding this complexity? Please clarify.
No, sir.
Is it clear to everyone? Build max heap
Yes,
means
sir.
Yes,
build
sir.
max heap means you have to create the heap tree from the array, and the array and the height of the tree is h. So your h runs from 0 to log n according to theorem number 1. The range 0 to log n, it's actually the floor value, and and the first term is used for max cp5 function, and second term is used for total number of nodes, maximum total at most total number of nodes at height h. Okay. Now, do you know what is the GP series? Do you know
Yes, sir.
what is the formula for GP series? Anyone?
So a into r to the power n minus 1 by r minus 1.
So, according to the GP series, infinite GP series, we can write k into x to the power k. K into x to the power k. This is equal to where k runs from 0, to infinity. K runs from 0 to infinity. We can get x divided by x. This is the formula. X divided by 1 minus x. 1 minus x, its whole square. Okay. So this is a this is a uh, formula for infinite GP series. Okay. Now we have to apply this particular formula in this one, in the second term. So h divided by so this is the summation of h, so we can eliminate the n. We can eliminate, just 1 second, we can eliminate the n out of the summation. So order of n, and sum over h divided by 2 to the power h, and this runs from h is equal to 0, to log n. Why we omit 2 to the power 1? Anyone?
Constant.
This is a constant term. Now, if we put x is equal to half, in this formula, we get, it yields 2 to the power h. We get 2 to the power h. So this is 2 divided by 1 minus 2. Oh, sorry, 1 minus half. This is half. 1 minus half. Its whole square. So it's whole square. So this will be 2, where summation h runs from 0 to infinity. Put x is equal to half. Put x is equal to half. Is it clear? X is equal to half
Yes,
here.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now this entire term, this is a constant, this is 2. So the final complexity is order of, ignore the constant term, this is order of n. So build maxi function, its complexity is order of n. Any doubts? I will provide a note regarding the formulas, regarding the complexities. Up to this, any doubts? You have to use the infinite series, this series, and put x is equal to half. If you put x is equal to half, then you will get the constant term. This term will lead to a constant. This is 2 and order of n. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay.